Hey guys, what is going on? Chase here, and last night I was staying the night at Joe's, and something really weird happened. The cops ended up searching the house, and yeah, so we're going to kind of tell you how it got to that point. So I'm going to start off with his point of view, because he was the one that started off talking to the police, and then I came out of the room because I knew something was going on. So I'll just let Joe start from when we heard the beatings on the door.
Okay.
So you explain what you heard and how everything went down.
All right. So me and my girlfriend, we were just sleeping or going to sleep,
And we literally just like split off. So in this hallway, one side's his room, one side's the room I'm staying in,
Exactly.
and we just split off to go lay down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep going. Sorry.
So I don't know what time it was. It was pretty late. I'd say almost midnight, probably.
No, it was past midnight. Because
Past
you got
midnight?
off at midnight. We got home.
Oh,
It was
shit.
like 1 a.m.
It was almost 1 a.m. And I heard 3 pounds on the door, 3 of them.
Loud
And
pounds.
At first, my girlfriend turns to me and she says, "Somebody's at the door." I for a minute I thought, okay, well, it could have been from downstairs. I didn't just assume it was, coming from our door, but then
It
also
sounded far away.
Yeah, it sounded far away.
Where I was sleeping, it sounded like it was downstairs far away.
Yeah. So after we heard the 3 knocks, we waited a second, and I heard it again. And then that's when me and her started to get up, and we kind of went around the corner here in the hallway, and she turned the lights on for a second. And I said, whoa, turn those off, Because at this time, we're just hearing the knocking. We're not even hearing, like, voices or anything. So we come into the living room with the lights off, and I hear the pounding again. This time, after they were done pounding, they said, "Police." So I'm like, oh, shit. So I ran to the door, and I was like, 1 second. And I unlocked it, and I opened it. And I saw 4 cops. 4 cops standing there.
Were there 4 or 5?
There were 4.
Okay.
There were 4 cops. If I wouldn't have answered the door, I think they were possibly going to kick it down because they had 2 really close to the door and one guy kind of further back, and he had his tack light out, and he kind of had his and
He had on his gun?
Yeah, well, it was still in the holster, and
But it was
closed.
on it.
But he was like this.
My God.
I opened. I'm like, hi, what can I help you with? And they weren't, they were concerned, but they weren't like, get on the ground. They weren't like that. They were pretty mellow about it. So then they were asking us, we got a call, said I heard there was some suspicious activity going on. There were some people outside putting masks in duffel bags, and they came into this apartment complex, and that wouldn't, you wouldn't have anything to do with that, would you? And I said, oh, no. And then he kind of got more specific, and he's like, so you didn't have any masks on or put any masks on? And I said, no. This is when, about this part of the story, Chase comes around the corner. He's been in his room.
I was in the room, so I hear the 3 loud pounds, and I sleep my shirt off, so I like got up, and I was like, was that thunder? Was that a gunshot? Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I decided to put my shirt on. I see Joe's flashlight, because you can see under the crack of the door. I see his flashlight go past and start coming up. And I wait a second. I can't hear anything. I wait a second, and then I see his big lights flip on. And I'm like, oh God, something's going. It's this apartment. So like, just in case, like maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was somebody just like, I don't even know. So I just decided to kind of peek out. And all I see, I peek out around this corner, and all I see is 3 cops standing in front of the door talking to him. And then like, the 4th one was out farther.
He was down the stairs.
Yeah, like covering the stairs. And I'm like, and then they go, do you have the black, and I'm not going to say what kind of car I have, but they told me the make and model of my car. They're like, do you have this? And I'm like, yeah?
Yeah.
So your car is the, he said my car, and I was like, yeah, that's my car. Okay, well, did you hear anything that I said to your buddy? I'm like, I didn't, I just got out here. And he goes, okay, well, this is what happened. We got a call from a guy that was outside smoking a cigarette saying that 2 guys put on masks. One of them took a picture of the other one, and then they run inside with a duffel bag. I'm like, oh my God.
That does sound really fucking sketchy.
Yeah, and the worst part is, it was fucking us.
It was.
It wasn't anybody random, it was us.
Yeah.
So what had happened was, I go, what did I say at the top? I go, funny story. I just got back from hanging out with some friends, and he had my masks for a very long time, and I finally got them back. Really excited. They're paintball masks. I got really excited to show Joe. I was like, Joe, yeah, let's do this. I mean, I'll show you my paintball mask. Okay, so we both try them on. He's like, dude, that looks dope. And I'm like, yours looks cool too. Let me show you yours, because his was a full face. I take a picture of him, and then we take off the mask, throw him in my car, and then go on with our day.
Yeah.
We come upstairs, and this happened like, we got home at around midnight, 12:05-ish.
Yeah, pretty much right
So an hour later, then all this happens. I was like, yeah, we came upstairs, and that's what happened. They're like, oh my God, okay, well the guy, funny story, the guy. Can you go like pause it?
Cut it.
I don't know, can you pause it?
You need to cut it.
The price is way too high, you need to cut it. Alright, we'll turn it back on right afterwards.
Yeah.
So, I don't remember where I was at. Something with the masks. So I was like, yeah, I put on the mask, I threw him back in the car, and then I was like, they're like, oh, well, the guy was outside smoking, and you know what's, quote, this is what the cop said, you know what's really fucking weird? Swore. Like, blatantly swore multiple times. You know what's really fucking strange? The guy said he was a robber. He used to be a robber. I'm like...
He's like,
what? What? I'm staying in a guy's house. And one of the neighbors that could be listening to us right now, which I didn't even fucking think about, could be listening to us right now, used to be a robber. And I'm like, wow, thanks for making us feel safe. They go, do you think maybe we could look around? Do you think we could, like, look through the house? And I was like, we all go, yeah, sure.
Yeah, we don't have anything.
And then he goes, before we even tell my side of the story, I forgot this, looks at his girlfriend and goes, ma'am, are you okay? Like, we kidnapped her.
Yeah.
Are you okay? It's like, yeah, okay, I'm fine. She's like, I'm just freaked out on why the cops are at my house. So they start walking through the house, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I can show you the duffel bag. They're like, no, don't walk in front of us. You can walk behind us, but don't walk in front of us. I was like, okay. So they walk into Joe's room, and if you've ever seen, he walked into Joe's game room. If you've ever seen his game room, he has a large cutout of a stormtrooper. And he goes, oh, God, we might have some problems in here. We kind of all stop. There's a stormtrooper guard in this room. I don't think we can go in here. I go, oh, my God, what a guy. So he goes, so then he goes through, kind of opens some of the closets. He's like, is this the gun? And it's, this gun is sitting up against, and I don't know if you know the rules to where we live, but you're not allowed to tape an orange tip, and it's taped. But he goes, is this one of the guns? I was like, yeah, that's an airsoft gun. They're like, oh, okay. Well, thank you so much. I'm sorry. Most people are like, get the fuck out, you stupid cops. Like, they were like so cool about it. Get the fuck out, you stupid cop. But yeah, they were really cool about it, but that was...
It's interesting.
We kind of look at each other for a second after we close the door. We're like, okay, I guess we'll go to bed now. Yeah.
Well, it was tough. I don't know about you. I was not able to go to bed right away. I think I went to bed by 2:30. Yeah, I was up till 2:30.
Got your heart pumping because you walk up and just see all these cops sitting at your door.
They were not like, oh, you know, just your average. I mean, they were big boys.
Yeah, they weren't fucking around. They came up, guns holstered. Yeah. Well, that's all we got. I have a few more stories.
There's more.
There is more?
Yes.
What?
Like, okay, so you know how when you started coming over to talk, that one cop that was further away that I was talking about earlier with this, he told me to come over there because they were questioning us separately.
Yeah.
And this was funny because they start telling Chase, they're asking him, was those the masks?
Yeah,
I forgot. Yeah, he's like, so were you guys wearing the masks and did you bring a duffel bag up? He's like, yeah, that was us. The cop that asked him that turned to me and said, you're a liar.
Like, straight up, you're a liar. He starts laughing. You lied. And Joe's like,
I just got called out by the cops. But, I mean, they were so cool. And
they were really cool about it. I'm glad they didn't, like, come in, like, pew, 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 shooting, you know? Oh,
that was crazy. But that's just the other little part I had to add in.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was funny. That is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this type of video, because I think we're planning on doing like a sort of, as we're talking, we're doing a skit. So if you guys like this type of video and want us to do another one, make sure to let us know down below. That's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much again, and peace out, Girl Scouts.